Lisa Holm, a lovely 17-year-old young lady from Sweden who, after finishing her shift at the cafe, she texted her dad to let her know that she was leaving and that she'd be home soon. That's the last time he ever spoke to his daughter. This is Night Owl. Good day, my law-abiding citizens. I'm Ted, your host. Welcome back to Night Owl. Today, we're off to the beautiful country of Sweden. But before we buy our tickets and head off to the airport, if you could please be kind enough to remember to hit like, subscribe, and to share this video, because it really does help our channel out. And you may want to turn on the notifications so that you'll be informed whenever our new video comes out. So, back to what I was saying. We're off to Sweden. Now, I should point out, because this is from Sweden, there's a good chance that I will mess up some of the formal names of people and places. I'm just apologizing for it in advance. It's not intentional. Today, we'll be talking about Lisa Holm, a 17-year-old young lady from Skövde, Sweden, who, on June 7th, 2015, was just finishing her shift at her summertime job, which was working at a cafe. She sent her father a quick text message saying that she'll be home soon. Problem is, she never made it. And according to the father, that's not like Lisa. If she decided to make a pit stop to see a friend or something, she would have let him know. So his concern grew pretty quickly. In fact, he hopped in his own vehicle and drove up there, hoping she'd still be there. When he arrived, he did not see Lisa anywhere, but he did find her moped, and it still had the keys in the ignition. So that really didn't help his concern go away that much. In fact, he recruited the the cafe owner, and they did their own search, and they did not find any, traces of her. So it's at this point, he called the police, and I gotta tell you, in Sweden, they don't mess around. They showed up shortly after, and it wasn't just the cops that were there. They even had their police dogs started a complete search of the area. They went into a barn that had several rooms shortly after arriving, but they didn't find nothing. Although, I guess a glove was found later on. But of course, the search continued, and on Tuesday, which was the 9th of June, they actually did find some things. They found her cell phone. They found some receipts that was confirmed to belong to her, tickets, and similar items like that. And they were all identified as belonging to Lisa. And then on the 10th of June, they extended their search. And there's a company in Sweden called Missing People. And they were called in to assist with the search. That day, a pair of earrings was found in the barn. On the same day, they were able to actually find her license for, her moped, as well as her house keys. On the 12th of June, Missing People searched the Martop estate, just a few kilometers from where the cafe is located. Two people arrived there by car, insisting that the area has already been searched. Well, missing people considered this kind of odd, so they actually called the police. And what they found, well, they found quite a bit. Between missing people and the police, they searched and they found a jacket as well as a helmet, both of which belonged to Lisa. And later that same night, they found Lisa's body in a work shed on the property. Now, it didn't take them long to figure out exactly what happened to her. She passed away due to asphyxiation, which could have been done from being hung, or someone could have used their hands. But upon the investigation, they did find foreign DNA on the rope and on the clothing. And from what I've read, throughout most parts of the barn, it belonged to a Lithuanian citizen named, and I do apologize if I butcher his name, Nergis Belavikas. If I got that wrong, please go ahead. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, as I said, his DNA was pretty much everywhere. The dude's motivation was kind of obvious too. It was SA. The cops, of course, confiscated his computer, and what they found on it was tons and tons of adult content, if you know what I mean. Now, what this young lady went through could only be described as horrendous. I mean, check it out. She was just a 17-year-old kid, someone's baby. And this guy was bigger and stronger, and the coward knew it. That's why he preyed on her. He was absolutely ruthless. He pretty much just treated her like a thing. But as a result, the court did see this, and they understood what kind of monster was before him. And he was sentenced on November 17th, 2015, to life imprisonment. Now, his attorney, a guy named Bjorn Hortig, filed an appeal with the court. In his appeal, he said that the sentence wasn't fair because he may have had help, and that person's walked free. You know, someone that may have actually ended Lisa's life that was not his client, or helped dispose of the body, such as the convict's wife. Wait a minute. This guy was married? Oh, good God. At any rate, on the 2nd of May, 2016, the court, surprise, declined to grant the new review or a trial. And his sentence became final. Now, that's not really where his story ends. It was announced on July 4th, 2016, that he was going to be imprisoned at a prison called Norrtälje. I am so sorry. How is this? He was put into prison in Sweden But then in early 2017, he was sent back to Lithuania, to a prison now. He got another trial, and the guy, well, he sort of won. Instead of life imprisonment, they gave him 15 years. Now, this probably is not going to come as a great surprise to, anyone, but little Buttercup was picked on in prison. He had no friends at all, both in Sweden and in Lithuanian prisons. It seems they look at men like him same way as we do in our prisons. He, in fact, got physically abused quite a bit and even had to be sent to the hospital on more than one occasion. Then, on August 3rd, 2022, at around 6 p.m. local time, another inmate ended his pathetic life. I guess he used a knife to do it. The dude ended up passing away on his way to the hospital. Lisa was a sweet and caring young lady whose light was extinguished way too soon. All the hopes and dreams that she had will never come to be. All because of one selfish act committed by a true monster. She will be truly missed by everyone that knew her and loved her. Him? Well, not so much. Well, I do think that's where we're going to have to end it today. But let me know what you think of the channel, about this case. Any comments you'd like to share. If you know of any cases you'd like me to cover, I'm always open to that. I'll look into it. But in the meantime, if you could please remember to hit like and subscribe and to share this video. It'll really, and I do mean it, it really does help our channel out. And you'll probably want to turn on the notifications so you'll be informed of all the new content we come out with. But I do want to thank you for stopping by. And remember, be you good or be you wicked, everyone deserves justice. Good night.